morning. Welcome to my home. Whoops. And welcome to my heart. A friend of mine contacted me and says, I'd like to hear the bowl sing. And this particular bowl, I have a hard time actually getting it to vibrate and sing when I haven't just gently tapped it or banged it, whatever. And there's always a metaphor, right? So as we search into ourselves and we're trying to find healing, I came to this practice originally because I wanted, in 100 days, all the arthritis in my hips to be gone. And that didn't happen. And so after 100 days of practice, probably 3 years ago now, I quit because I said, that doesn't work. It's all about little tiny vibrations. And no, I don't have this singing bowl. Oh, there I have it now, actually. Ah, there I have it. Some singing, and this one is a very quiet vibration. It's a tiny vibration. Some singing bowls, this one is a steel one, and I have its smaller sister out in my barn. There's crystal ones. Each one vibrates a little bit differently, and each one has a little bit, is sometimes easier to vibrate, and sometimes as you stroke it, and sometimes not so easy, because the vibration is very subtle. And as I'm learning about our body's healing, the vibration is very subtle. We're a quick fix society. We want everything to be organized and fixed and done. Fast food, drive through, grab it, let's go. And I've even done drive-through Qigong. And in that space, as we think about that space of everything needing to be done quickly, we lose and have lost the capacity to be quiet and still and really feel into ourselves. It used to be before electricity that we didn't have lights, so you went to bed when the sun went down and you got up when the sun got up, because we went with the rhythms of the world. And our world has changed a lot, and we're not so much with the rhythms of our world, with the rhythms of ourselves. A lot of people have been, I follow some different groups on Facebook, and this is one of them that I've created. But a lot of people have said in the last couple of days, oh my goodness, I can't see straight. One of my trainers has got about 6 horses that she's working with, and she said, I don't know what was going on this week, but those guys were all loopy. Well, we had a big lunar eclipse. And if the moon can pull the waves of the oceans and make tides higher and lower, and we're full of water, we're about 70 to 80% water, and we're attached to the earth by gravity, and the moon is pulling the oceans, what's the moon doing to us and our bodies? And yet we expect ourselves to be in this little box all the time. My behavior should be this, my thoughts should be this, my emotions should be this. And yet there are unseen forces that are working with us and on us. And as we start to understand them, and this is where going into this emptiness, this is where these practices, these consistent, over and over again, simple practices of movement and observation and quiet bring us into ourselves and into our place in the universe and how the universe impacts us in different ways. And just like the singing bowl, the vibrations are subtle. Holding the mallet just right to be able to get the resonance is a subtle process. Let me see if I can even start it without a strike. So I can't. I'll begin with a strike. There. And now it resonates. But even then, so I'm looking at where I'm holding my mallet. So all kinds of subtleties. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I go, oh, I can't deal with all the details. And this is where the movements, the soft movements and the gentle movements and the intention come in Because if we set our intention for a bigger piece of things, like today we're talking about gratitude, we're talking about water and our kidney system and the blue, the color of the blue. So as I set those intentions, today I'm going to think about gratitude. I'm going to think about and feeling grateful, and actually not just think about it, but be grateful and invite that in. I'm going to bounce. I don't know what I'm bouncing off. I don't know all the subtleties of the things that sit in me. I just know that when I bounce, I release stuff. And I don't necessarily know what I'm releasing, so I don't have to be in the minutiae of the details. I can be in the intention of I'm releasing extra energy that I don't even know was there, and I don't know where it is at the moment, but my whole body is bouncing, and my intention is to release it back into the universe, and my intention is to be in love and kindness and forgiveness and compassion. That's my intention. And so the subtleties, as we practice, we start to understand the subtleties. We start to feel them in our body. We start to feel that little piece of scratchiness in our chest. And so then we look at and take our intention and go, how do I feed myself properly now when my body is starting to feel? What emotions do I bring in? What emotions do I release? Small universe meditation can release a lot of things. Right now I'm just feeling some tension come through my eye. As I focus on that tension and just say, hello, tension in my eye. As we become aware of those little subtleties and breathe into them and receive them. I was reading something yesterday that talked about the word receive. I posted it actually. I will go look for that again. I'll repost it to this page about receiving, and it was about getting back what we already knew. It's a very subtle response, but I will repost it onto this page. It's on my personal page if you want to go find it. Going into the space of what we already are. Feeling into that wholeness already. Not searching for it out there somewhere, but feeling into what we already are right here in this moment. The quote about Michelangelo when they asked him how he's carved that statue, that beautiful, beautiful marble statue of David, which he carved from a great big block of beautiful white marble. And he said, I simply took off everything that wasn't David. So in this bouncing space, we're simply releasing anything that isn't you, anything that isn't me, anything that isn't my purity, anything that isn't my divinity, anything that isn't, that's just blocking things. And we're releasing them and letting them go back to the universe. We're releasing them with love and gratitude, because this process here, as we're on this planet in these physical bodies, this process is a learning process. We are away at boarding school. From a different realm, and we're going to go to a different realm. We're away at boarding school, and there's something very critically important about being in boarding school with this physical body, because this physical body is so much integrated in our mind and our spirit and our soul. And as we feel into this physical body and receive the messages that it has for us, we're able to release things that are not the purity, that have come in and kind of stuck to us. I run a farm here, and when I come in out of the rain, I've got hay stuck to me, and I've got all kinds of things, and then I go take a shower, and it all washes away. And that's what we're here for, is to get things stuck to us and start seeing, do I want what's going on with this is stuck to me? Okay, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this go. The bouncing space. The breathing space is the ability it brings, because in our minds oftentimes we think, okay, I know I'm holding this grudge against this person, I know I'm holding this resentment, but I don't know how to let it go, because it's stuck in our bodies. So let's get our bodies involved. So as we bounce, and we breathe, can connect with the universe. We can connect with our master. You decide who yours is. For me, I call mine God. You can call yours whatever you want. You can call it your own inner knowing. There's a light. There's a perfect energy that we all come with. Whatever label you want to give that, it is in you, it is in me, and it is there, resonating. Sometimes we cover it inadvertently. It's the process of life. That's what we're here for. Our process is to uncover it and set it free to be who we already are. We are deity. We are magnificence. We are gods and goddesses away at boarding school. And there is space in this universe for each one of us to step into our full magnificence. Every one of us. Every one of us. Because I step into mine does not diminish yours in any way, shape, or form. When I step into mine appropriately, it rises yours and allows you to step into yours as well. And together we rise and shine and glow and love. So let's bounce and release everything that isn't already us. Bringing our hands, just allowing them to float. That allow word is a really important one. Because when we connect with the universe and that empty space that's full of all possibility and full of unconditional love, and then we allow that intelligence to bring to us what we don't understand we need. We allow the intelligence of our chi to work in our bodies in ways that at this moment we don't understand, but we're getting there. As we allow and receive, we heal and expand. Our bodies are magnificent. Magnificent. I don't even have the word for it because every word is mortal. Magnificent entities, that's the word. Doesn't fit. Allow the body, allow the hands to float down. Who we are is really unfettered. Allow your body to swivel in the bounce. Receive the love of the universe into your heart as you release everything that's ready to go. And know in this moment you might not release everything that's ready to go and step into full perfection. You might not. Who knows? Allow the possibility. Everything flops. We're allowing the universe to release, open all the channels in our bodies. Everything flows smoothly and freely. All my channels are open, open, open. I receive the unconditional love of a perfectly loving universe. We like to all pursue the feeling of perfection. Perfection is in that emptiness where there is no pursuit, where there is only receiving. So we're going to ask our bodies and invite our bodies to slow down and come into a quiet stillness. I'd like you to use your breath. I invite you to use your breath and breathe in, continuing to bounce. And as you breathe out, allow your body then to come quietly into stillness on the exhale. Just feel what happens when you invite it to come into stillness. I feel a buoyancy in my hands and my arms. feel a fullness between my armpits and my hands and my torso. I feel the presence of pressure in my palms. I feel a very tiny fairy tingling in my fingertips. These feelings that you feel are Qi. Qi is our energy, and energy is a very base part of it. Qi is life force. Qi has a blueprint. When we think about a blueprint, it's a plan for perfection of whatever it is we're wanting to construct. So Qi has a blueprint. It has a plan for perfection. And it also has intelligence. Our Qi knows exactly how to adjust and shift and release and repair and heal everything in our bodies. Qi is different than the energy of something like electricity. When there's a break in the electrical lines, we need to bring someone else in with intelligence to fix that break so that the electricity will run freely. In our bodies, the Qi carries that intelligence. When we have a paper cut on our simple finger, it knows exactly how to fix that. When we have a cold, it knows exactly how to fix that. And adjust it and bring us back into wholeness and balance. We're going to bring our hands to the lower dantian, and here we set our intention.